Hi you guys, so I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know what happened today. So we actually went to Lowe's and got a few things, and we went to Walmart, got something to eat, came home, and we could not find Drax anywhere in his enclosure. This has not happened yet. Like, we've always been able to see him. I mean, we haven't had him that long, but like, I was freaking out. And usually if you can't find him and you just put your hand like in the enclosure, he will take off running and you'll be able to hear him or see him or something, and nothing. Like, so we were freaking out. We were terrified. So we ended up taking everything out of his enclosure and finding him underneath his huge piece of mopani wood, I think it is, or it might be the spider wood, whatever. It's the huge piece of wood. We found him sleeping under that, and it was scary because it's never happened before. So we have Grizz. See, Drax is actually in this enclosure right now, and there's no top to that one, and the dogs, I had to put them outside. I don't want them to scare him, and Grizz is still a puppy. He's whining out there. But anyway, so we had to take everything out before we found him, so I was like, well, we might as well clean everything and redo it. We already took everything out. We have that plant in there, though, you guys, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to get it to grow again, like in his swimming pool. But we're going to do our best. If we have to get a new plant, we have to get a new plant. But I was so scared that we were going to find him dead. I was afraid he like went in the soil somewhere or got stuck somewhere. I was terrified. So we took the entire enclosure apart to look for him, and we don't have any more lava rocks right now, so we have to reuse the lava rocks. But we did find this disgusting thing in his soil, and I did some research and read that happens if you get, like, you know, his substrate. I said soil. And that happens sometimes, apparently. So I read that you gotta bake your substrate at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours to kill any kind of eggs or insects or anything that's in there. So we got new substrate, and we're going to bake everything and do that. So we're going to redo his whole enclosure. So this is us redoing it, and I thought since we got him out, this might be a perfect time to try and bond with him a little bit, since he never ever lets us. So I might try to bond with him, but I'm going to go ahead and wash the wood and get everything washed and sifted through and vacuum out the rest of the substrate and get started on cleaning it. I'm glad we found him. I was terrified that he was gonna be like squished or stuck, or I was scared, but Drax is okay, so that is amazing. I was so scared, and he's doing good. He did eat his roaches. I just choked myself now. He did eat his roaches in there, a couple of them, so that's good. We tried to actually get him out to feed him once before, and it went terrible. He literally wouldn't eat anything until we put him back. He even let the roaches sit on his head. I'll show you a picture. So he did eat a couple, so we'll try to do a little bit of bonding, but I am going to get everything cleaned and get his enclosure put back together. So let's go ahead and get to it, guys. So after freaking out and pulling everything out of Drax's enclosure and then finding him just fine, and then making the decision to redo and clean his entire enclosure, I started off by pulling everything out of his enclosure and spraying off all of his wood pieces in the bathtub. After that, I just laid them all out on a towel to dry. We then sprayed off all of the lava rock with the hose. Now that I've pulled everything out of the enclosure, it's time to get it all nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum out all of the loose substrate and dirt and everything else in the enclosure. And vacuum up here a little bit too.
I'm going to go ahead and take some distilled vinegar mixed with water and a washcloth, and I'm going to scrub out his enclosure. I'm going to try and get all of that hard water buildup off of the glass. All that hard water buildup from the mister, it makes the glass all white and ugly, and I absolutely hate it. Hi guys, future me here. I did just want to say that all of those hard water type stains on the glass I got from the first mister that I had, called the Reptor Rain mister from the regular pet store, but I have a new mister now, and this new system is called the high pressure adjustable rainfall system, and that is the mister that was actually in the first video of Drax, because I filmed this video before the first video that I showed you of Drax. So I went ahead and put all of the freshly washed lava rocks in the bottom of the tank for the drainage layer.
Okay guys, since we had to redo the entire enclosure anyway, we went ahead and brought the table in that we built outside for him. We built this table to put the enclosure on top of, but we haven't brought it in yet. So since we have to redo the enclosure and move it anyway, we're just gonna put it in on top of this table also.
I put garden mesh on top of the lava rock so I could separate the drainage layer from the substrate. The substrate is baked and sterilized topsoil, play sand, and sphagnum moss in it as well. I added the BioShot on top to give the cleanup crew some extra nutrition, and added all of his decor, his water dish, and his waterfall. We then added the pothos plant back into his water bowl, and we kind of tried to plant the roots into the clay rock at the bottom of the bowl to give the roots something to hold on to and to grow from. We then put sphagnum moss on the top of the substrate, and then we put some on the top of the logs as well, just to make it extra pretty. We are now adding some leaf litter for him for an added effect and to make it extra beautiful. And now we're adding biodegradables for the cleanup crew to eat as well.
So while we go ahead and put all of his stuff in his enclosure, I'm going to come over here and try to bond a little bit with Drax. Maybe like just see if I can get my hand near him. Let's see if he'll let me bond with him a little. Hi, buddy. Hi, Draxy Poo. Oh, my Draxy Poo. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm gonna kind of slowly put my hand down next to him.
I'm just gonna sit here with my hand right here. That's all.
I'm not really sure if he likes the baby talk or not, but I just really cannot help myself. That's literally like who I am.
Maybe a little closer. I'm just gonna get my hand all the way down.
He doesn't seem to be running away, so I'm gonna try and move my hand a little bit closer. He is actually letting me pet his foot right now. I'm just trying to be really soft, really slow, really gentle, and kind of try to let him know that I'm not a threat to him. Okay, I'm actually going to try and pet him now, just really, really soft, barely touching him at first. And now I'm going to move into petting him a little more and a little more. He seems to be okay. I can see him breathing a little bit harder now. Oh, yep. He ran off, but that's okay. That's okay. We did really great for our first time, I think.
It's okay, I promise. Promise it's alright. Well, you guys, that wasn't so bad for like the first like bonding attempt, because I didn't think he was even going to let me get near him. So that was a lot better than I thought. Maybe if we take him out and put him like in this enclosure every day and sit with him and try to pet him, maybe he'll get better and better. So maybe we should try that. But I'm so excited. He didn't run from me. He let me have my hand next to him, and he let me pet him. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's go check on the enclosure.
Everything is looking really, really great. I'm really loving how it looks, and I hope Drax loves it too.
Okay, we got the enclosure done, and we're going to try to get him and get him back in it. So I'm going to try to see if he'll let me pick him up and put him in his enclosure. Good. Come here. I thought he was going to let me. Come on, bud. It's almost time for your new enclosure. Come on, sweetie. It's okay. Okay. Okay, okay. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold tight. You're a strong boy. After a few attempts, we got him. Good boy. What do you think? Is it nice? We tried to make it all the same for you. Yay! It's all done for you, bud. It took me a couple attempts, and he's a lot stronger than he looks, but we got him in, and I hope he really likes it. And if he disappears again, we'll know where he's at, and we won't tear the whole thing apart looking for him, making sure he's not dead. So, I hope he likes it. Alright guys, now that is the scare that Drax gave us today, and we got him in his new enclosure and everything is good. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like content and vlogs like this, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. And remember guys, in a world where you can be anything, please be kind to each other. Bye!